Peace, everyone. It's your girl Sequoia Blue. We back in here with another episode. Today's special guest is Zorina, and she is the creator of card games, or Zomatic card games. Zomatic
Shift.
Zomatic Shift card games. And so this is going to be interesting. So what made you create a card game?
Actually, it started from a dream. I woke up in December of 21 out of my sleep. I just had this vision, and I tell people it just wouldn't leave. So I decided to develop the game. I went to my local hardware store, got some paint cards, and I just started writing out what I saw in this vision. And then I played it with my family. They liked it. And they said, "Oh, Mom, this game is really good. Can you make it so at least 4 players can make?" I said, "Sure." Went home, made me a plate of food, went on the deck and said, "Okay, how we doing this, Lord?" Because it came from a dream. So I figured the universe would help me. And so we came with the mathematical formula, and that's how it evolved. Quick play game for kids.
Wow, that is so cool. And what was like one of the, I guess you could say, struggles of creating a card game? What was the hard part?
Well, to be honest, the hard part for me, girl, is that when I was young, I didn't like games. I just didn't like them. Not because they were boring. I just couldn't stay focused. I just couldn't stay focused enough on them. So I would always volunteer to be the scorekeeper. I figure I can keep score, what score, that kind of stuff. But actually playing the game, including Uno, it was just too long, same old stuff. I think back then, if they were testing us, we what, attention deficit disorder or something. I just couldn't do it. And so me being in a place as a game creator is very unique. However, when I started developing the game and testing it with kids, and because it plays very quickly, 10 minutes or less, it was able to keep my focus. And it just gave me this passion to create more games. And so now I'm very happy to be in this space to create games for kids that are probably like me, who have a short attention span, or kids who parents want them to put down their digital and play with their family or their friends. I've even found out it helps, a great game for veterans with mental health, because they struggle with their attention and their different issues. And so it can distract them and help them to have that social engagement with their family. And so, yeah, I'm in this space. Getting it together was challenging because you don't have too many of us that are creating games. And so when I say I'm a game creator, it's like, what? Okay. And then it's so funny with people, you show them your product. Does it come with rules? I was like, yeah, yeah. It does come with rules. So I think it's just us being in that space and people not used to meeting someone that create games and then them not taking you seriously. One lady, real quick, went to a business meet and greet, and I gave her my card and she looked at it. She said, "Oh, you create games?" And she sounded like she was really into it. She looked me up on Walmart. She's like, "Oh, she really is on Walmart." "Oh, I just thought you were joking." Like, okay, that's okay.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So those
I think there's yeah.
Go ahead.
What was you gonna say? No, I was gonna say there's so many entrepreneurs that they can't, that aren't, don't have a website or aren't anywhere, that they're just looping you in and assuming, which is not right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then just not taken seriously because a lot of people, if you think about it, how often do you get a chance to meet a game creator that looks like us? You don't.
Very rare.
And so when you think about being in that creative space, whether it's creating games or if you're a painter or artist, any creative part of you, when you do something from original works, and a lot of people start questioning their own gifts and talents. And so when you do that and you follow through, it puts you in a different category. Now, if you introduce yourself and say, "Hey, my friend created this game, try it." And like, "Oh, okay." But once they meet the person that actually did the game, it changes it. It makes people think about, am I doing enough for my life? Am I living my best version and all of that? I think it does. Because some people don't.
I agree with you on that.
Yep.
It's what is that psychology? I'm like, I need to speak to a psychiatrist and bring her on here because what is that? I'm trying to figure that out because I'm like, I'm happy to, if I like a product, I'm going to get it. I'm going to be happy for you. If I can't, it may not be my business,
Mhm.
but I'll be happy for you, and I think that I need to, I need to have a psychiatrist on here and talk about that because I don't understand why is that? Like when you said, okay, my friend did this, the person's like, okay, what's up? But then when you say you did it, it's like, oh, what's going on? What's up with the rules and this and that? And then when you gave them the rules, what did they say? Did they understand it or did they try to make a big elephant in the room?
Well, one lady, I was playing it with Zomatic Shift. You can play it with 12 people. They only get one card because there's only 12 player cards. And so we were playing it. And she just said, oh, well, you know what? We're going to have to work on this game because I don't think it finished. I said, the game is finished. You're trying to play this game like Uno, and it's not an Uno game. And I told you first off, Uno is what? The first person that get the cards out, and then you say Uno. Zomatic Shift, you have to be the last player holding a card to win. So it's basically opposite. And so there's a lot of movement in the game. And then the pastor said, you know what? We're so used to playing games one way, and this is a whole new game in the 21st century. And you have to play it like it was designed to be played. And if you open up your mind and play it that way, then you'll find the enjoyment in it. But that's like any product that's coming something new, whether it's technology, whatever, you always get that pushback because your brain is like, wait a minute, this is different. I can't compute. But then once you surrender to the process of learning something new and different and seeing what meaningful it is, then you can enjoy it. Either, like you said earlier, either it's for you or it's not.
Yeah.
But that product here to solve a problem, and we always say that it's for a problem and you don't get it, then that's just not your product. It's for someone else.
I totally agree on that. And I think we got to learn that. Like even with music, you're saying, oh, I don't like the singer, but somebody else might like the singer, it's subjective. And that's how it is with card games. Somebody might not like Monopoly out there. And a million people do like Monopoly. And I think that's what we got to get at is like that open-mindedness, that thinking like, okay, I don't understand this, but let me go ahead and, let it go. Let somebody else enjoy it. So, I mean, that's something that.
And you know what? That's not only just us creating card games, but if you really think about it, it's in every aspect of our life. Instead of people looking at whether it's art or car or anything, we can take even to the politics part. If you don't like something, it's okay. You just don't like it. However, I feel like when you go to the point where just because you don't like it, you try to tear it down and make it seem like it's not good, it's not ever. I think that's when we cross the line, because it's okay to say, you know what? Oh, this is not for me. That's fine. But then someone else can come behind you and say, oh, wow, this is the bomb. I love it. And you be like,
yes,
why do you like it? I don't see. That's too much. That's just too much. Just accept that anything that you don't like, whether it's a product or service, if you do not like it, there's a good chance it was not meant for you, but it's meant for someone else. And it's okay to walk away and just say, you know what? It's not for me. We don't have to tear it down. We don't have to do all of that. It's too much.
It's too much energy. It's almost like you're angry with yourself, that person. It's like you're just mad at your life. And you're right when you said earlier that even though I'm not millionaires, entrepreneur, and others, it still puts you in a different level, a different page from someone else because you created something. Then they feel some type of way, and I think that's crazy to say. It's like, what? I'm not even, Beyonce, and you're getting on Beyonce. You're getting on Beyonce right now too. That's a whole other story. But you're not even got the $1 billion, and they all already on you. I said, and that's what they say. They say it's lonely at the top. Well, it can be lonely in the middle. It can be lonely all the way.
Most definitely, I think it's lonely in the middle, because what I found out in being in the middle is that there are resources. If you really think about it, there are resources available for those at the top and those at the bottom, and the ones in the middle of us, you got to figure it out on your own. It's just we're holding it up, Also too, like, I'm so happy that I don't find myself being jealous of stuff. Because when I look at people who are deemed successful by society and they're doing their thing, it just reminds me, wow, you know what? You should do your thing, work in your
Yeah.
space. And so I always find that I like to define what I call success, because when you think about success, society try to tell us we all want a big
Mm-hmm.
house. We all want luxury cars. We want an attractive person on our arm. We want a lot of dead
Mm-hmm.
presidents in our bank account. We want these high friends that everybody want to be around, these
Mm-hmm.
beautiful friends. And so that is a mirror of success. But yet then you can have, let's say, a homeless guy. Many of us have crossed homeless people. I know this one homeless guy
Mm-hmm.
always laughing and smiling and happy, and to society he a broke man, but actually he is to me rich because he has the richness of joy, where you have people who have things and they're really unhappy, but they have to portray happiness because they got all these
Mm-hmm.
things, but there's no
Yeah.
substance. They got to be guarded, they got to watch it, where a free spirited person is like, hey, I'm just here for the ride in life. I'm going to do what I need to live the basic necessities of
Mm-hmm.
life. I want to love people. I want to support people. And some of those people are happy. And the rest of us that's doing the 9 to 5 and grinding, we don't understand why they have joy,
Oof.
because their joy isn't
Yep.
in things, and they want
There we
substance
go.
in their life. Yep.
Or they want to look like they have money to someone else because they want to look the part, but then they never really cared anyway. That's
I
the creepy
know.
part.
And look how beauty stand. Let's talk a little bit beauty. It's changing. I mean, every time you look up, it's just everything is just changing. And we run over here, we get the latest this, we get whatever the beauty standard, then they switch it, then they change it over here, and we're constantly moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like my game, Sequoia. That's why I love it, going back to my game, because my game, you never
Yes.
keep your original hand. There's cards that will tell you to shift your hands to the left or the right. And that
Mm-hmm.
just, when I think about that, that reminds me of life. Life is constantly changing, and either you're going to go with the flow of life or you're going to go against it. But if you want to play the game, you got to go in the direction of the game, because then you cause chaos in the
Yes.
game. And so it's just like life. If we're going to go with the flow or we don't. And those who do not want to go, they cause some disruption. But sometimes, as someone said, I don't remember his name, the representative passed away. Sometimes when people disrupt, they call that what? Good trouble. So sometimes we got to
Ooh,
make
good trouble.
good
Mm-hmm.
trouble. We don't all
Yes.
want to be just moving the same way, like we're zombies or in a cult or trance or anything like that. But I just feel like in society today, we all have something to bring to life that can impact other people's life. And there's no reason for us to feel some sense of jealousy or resentment because someone has decided to take their gifts and put something out that's going to make people's lives better. Your life, you could be doing something
Mm-hmm.
better by smiling to people and saying hello and doing
Yes.
acts of kindness and playing things forward, where someone else may have been called to create products and services. So we're all into humanity and trying to make our world a better place and presenting ourselves in the best version that we can be.
No, I totally agree with that. And I think that keeping yourself positive when you're trying to do a business and when people are saying things is important. Like, how do you stay positive with all this negativity about your game or anything?
Oh my God. It's, you know what? It has been a struggle, because not only, doing the game and trying to be a startup, that struggles in itself when trying to put your brand
Oof.
out there. But I'm also a
Mhm.
caregiver for my brother that had a brain stroke. So I'm
Mm.
responsible for balancing my life and his life. And so that can be stressful too, and keeping track of everything. And then I'm also a disabled veteran myself. I have my
Mm.
own illnesses. I'm getting ready to have a total knee replacement. And so I've been stressed out about that because of the constant pain. But what keeps me going what literally keeps me going is knowing that I'm doing something good. I'm doing something good in helping my brother because he has no one. I'm doing
Yeah.
something good in trying to bring a product to market that parents can play this quick game with their kids and get them off those digital devices. I'm doing something good for myself by deciding to have this surgery so I can go back to my real life, meaning that going back to doing the things that I like to do, like dancing, going to movies, hanging out with my
Yes.
friends, traveling, promoting my business, doing activities with my brother. So those things is what make me happy and get me up out of the bed because I know I continuously trying, as I said earlier, present the best version of who I am.
No, I totally agree with that. I love that. And that's what I think that's what's going to keep entrepreneurs going is focusing on what you're grateful for. And that's what you just said. The things you're grateful for is not about $1 million in 5 minutes. It's like you put something out, you made it. That's what I always say. You still made it. You want more, but you made it so far. You made it to this point. And that to me is a blessing. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a good segue. So what does success mean to you? Making it mean to you?
What in life or business? In
In
business,
both.
okay, in business, I would love for Zomatic Shift to sell so many units that I can pivot to other things that I feel that can be impactful in society. Like I would love to have conferences where parents and kids can go and that I can recruit other companies to be sponsors so they wouldn't have to pay but just
Mm.
show up. We would like travel to different cities and have different experts to come in and talk about parenting and have little groups where parents can learn some strategies and kids can learn how to communicate with their parents and then host them a nice little
Mm.
banquet where they all get kind of dressed up and celebrate parents and let them know that we are supporting them, we hear them, find out what are the things that we can do more to bring families together because families are communities and a lot of families are hurting. And if Zochi could be in a position
Yeah.
of advocacy to support those families and see what needs that we could possibly meet through networking with other companies and stuff, that would be great. In my and then also I wanted to grow where I can create jobs and opportunities for other
Yes.
people who look like me to go into the game industry. And I have this dream, and I really wish it would happen. But I ever since I was young, I had
Mm.
this dream that I would love to create a subdivision for low income blacks families, and all the streets are
Mhm.
named after famous black people. They have their own little convenience store and a
Mhm.
daycare in the center of their
I
community.
love that.
I just wish that I really wish that could happen. So if I had ever got like really, really mad money, I'm going to do that because I feel like there are people out there that want an opportunity to be home ownership, but they need some help, and I want to be able to help them. In my personal life, I want to continue to grow mentally. I want to
Mhm.
continue to be able to better manage my disabilities associated with the military because it seems like as I'm getting older, it's more challenging. I do want to be able to continue to stretch myself. Like when I did my children's book, that was a stretch assignment. I would like to
Oh,
continue
yeah.
to be, I call it this, you guys. I want to continue growing personally where I find out what is my bandwidth. You know, many of you have no
Mm.
idea how much talent and gifts that you have that you just never
Mm.
tapped into that. I would have never in a million years thought that I would create games. Not one game, but I have 3 that I've created. I
Mhm.
would have never thought
Mhm.
that I would write a children's book. It was just not in my hemisphere. You know, I was just doing the
Wow.
9 to 5, doing what I'm supposed to do to get that paycheck, trying to live that.
Mhm.
But now I'm finding out how much more can I do? And that's something I encourage
Mm.
you to think about. What is my bandwidth? What is my maximum capacity
Mhm.
that I can do in this world? And so that is
Mhm.
what I want to do. I want to continue to explore other things that I can do that can yield not only growth for me personally, but what about, is it something that I can give back to mankind, humanity, my community? So yeah, I just want to, that's the bottom
Mhm.
line, is there has to be a continued growth in my business and myself personally. I want to continue to grow.
Man, that sounds like success to me. I mean, and I believe you're doing it and you're going to continue to do it. Because with that attitude, you're not standing down, you're standing 10 toes down with your games. And despite all these opinions, it's just admirable because just me being, the same boat, my card game, you have truly inspired me with, not your wisdom and everything to continue to keep going. I think of you when I'm down. I'm like, man, but Zorina's out there pushing. She's still going. And, she has a surgeries coming. She has all this stuff going on, but she's pushing. I said, there's no excuse for me. I need to keep going. So,
We have
I
to,
mean,
Sequoia. We have to keep pushing
yeah,
because we deserve to be in the industry. We deserve to be in the game industry. We represent, I believe,
yes.
less than 5%. And
Mhm.
we bring diversity, we bring something different, unique. And so we have people that's been waiting for us. And also
Yes.
by us trying to enter this industry, we are also showing that there's talent. And so I look at it like this: you and I are doing this thing. We never know. Hasbro, Mattel, or any of those top-notch game companies could see a product of
Hmm.
yours and they could contact you and say, you know what? We want to partner with you. We want to help partner your next
Yes.
project. And it can blow up.
Mhm.
And then, you don't know what it can do for you to open up doors, not only for you, but or any other vision that you may have one to do. I know for me, when I do career day and I have the kids play my game and they're all into it and they're laughing and say, oh, this is fun. And then I say, oh, I'm the game creator. And to hear the see the odds on their face, you did this, and to tell young girls
Mhm.
that they want more women to come into the game industry because we bring a
Yes.
uniqueness, a different
Hmm.
opinion. And so I feel like if you are an entrepreneur out there, and it is really hard. It takes a lot of resources. It takes a lot of patience, trying to find the right network with people that are
Hmm.
supportive. Sometimes you'll feel like you're by yourself because being an entrepreneur are risk takers. We invested our money
Oh,
because
man.
we believe in our product. And sometimes you're not
Hmm.
surrounded by people that believe like you, but you still have to stay in that game. And so if you have a vision for something, write it down. Just take little baby steps. That's what we're doing. I don't have all the answers. I mean, I am very happy I got invited to this exclusive business group that's being formed here. And I was told
That's
today,
amazing.
I was told today I'm a charter member. I said, I ain't never been a charter of nothing, but
That's
somehow
amazing.
charter member. And so it comes with all these perks and stuff, but it comes with things that can help me to grow my business. And I'm very happy about that. So if you are also thinking about an entrepreneur, go for it. Give it a try. Because her and I, we didn't know, but we believe in our
Yeah.
product and we wanted to bring it to
Yes.
market. And we're taking these little baby steps and doing things that we need to do.
Hmm.
And I don't know about Sequoia. She might be on the high level up there. I think I'm just a normal person that's trying to make a positive difference. That's about it.
No, I mean I get it. Yeah, we both trying to make a positive difference. This card game, I created is really cutting the cord here. This is for people that can't be scared and it's intimidating my game because it's intimidating. There's some questions that some people wouldn't want to ask somebody trying to date, but I want to change the world. That was the point of why I created it because all the bad relationships I went through in my 20s and I wanted to help someone else. And I think that's why I'm never gonna back down. And entrepreneurship, this is the thing, it's not overnight. It's overnight for some. Like some people was already popular on social media, fine. But most people, it could take years. Even Master P said that. As big as he is, his cereal after years of launching it's taken him a long time. And then Kellogg's keep pushing on him and trying to not get his let him put his cereal in the stores and stuff. I mean, it's crazy. And then, he can't get the sales he want either. And it's like Big Master P, because the black community is questioning his cereal. Oh, your cereal's too sweet, this and that. But he said, you don't have a problem getting Apple Jacks, and Apple Jacks is really sweet. So it's like weird stuff. And it reminded me of you and I conversation about this, like when we spoke offline about how it's like, why is it like that? And it's happening to someone as big as Master P. And that's interesting. That show was interesting.
I think it's that because, a lot of times when we talk about the dynamics in our community, there are a segment of us, we always go to that safety, sweet spot of blaming it on slavery. We always go there. Oh, it's because we were enslaved. See, this is the deal. We know the playbook. But we continue to act like we don't know the playbook. We know that if we really want to rise up as a community, we need to build our Black Wall Street, because it happened back then. It got torn down, destroyed, because they knew the level that we can reach. And so if we were to support this gentleman's cereal, even though it's no different than Applejack, there's an increased likelihood that when he mass produced his cereal, he's going to probably hire people that look like you, and maybe, some Latinos and other people. He may also pivot to other areas in the community that he can possibly support that can earn $1. Because now once you get a touch of entrepreneurship or you get some money, you start thinking of other ventures that you can do. But for some reason, many of us will not support each other, because then we're telling, oh, wow, they're leaving, they're going up. So it's almost like when you become a celebrity, sometimes depending on who you are, people willing to support you while you're up there at the top. But when you're at the bottom trying to get there, they don't want you. You got to stay with the masses. We don't want you to go up.
Yeah.
They're not linking that if all of us were to shoot for the moon and the stars, how much more our community can have if we support each other. And we spend billions of dollars. And everybody knows that. And if
everybody knows it.
If we just invest half of that into our businesses. But on the other hand, too, let's just be real about this. If we are going to go into the entrepreneurial space and we want our Black patrons, just because they look like us does not mean that we're not going to give them the top-notch service they deserve. And I've seen where people don't respect their own people when it comes to customer service. No, you have to give them the same level of top-notch service in their community as if you were in the other people community. You can't do that. And if we were to value each other as the consumer and the entrepreneur, we can have a beautiful relationship that can just really build and nurture and expand the enterprises in our community. But again, when people don't see their own success and they feel like they're stuck and you look like them, many of them, they won't admit it, but they don't want you to grow, because it reminds them of how unsuccessful they feel about themselves, not realizing that they can change that. It may take some work, it may take some training, but you can change that.
Yes.
But if they don't have hope, then they don't want you to thrive and be successful. And that's the tragedy of it. That because I'm quite sure a lot of races or groups look at us and say, wow, Black Americans are so talented. Oh my God, they could be doing so much more. They don't even support each other. And some of it is just,
and they're saying that.
They are saying it. But some of us are purposely choosing not to support each other, and that needs to stop. It really does need to stop.
Really does. And don't talk bad about the person and stuff if you don't like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, books too, anything. It doesn't it just doesn't help anything. What is the point? It just shows your character,
Well,
so
I will say this though, we need to start caring more about each other and how we speak to each other. Because when you have people that are not a part of our community and they're trying desperately to do efforts to take us out, where other people who come into our country don't know anything about our history, they know nothing about the accomplishments that we made. We know what we've accomplished in this life. We know how much we supported this country and the investment, the bloodshed. And so we should always realize that in order for us to sustain ourselves, we're going to have to lift each other up and show some respect. And we may have to teach them our history if they take it completely out of schools. We may have
that's what they're trying to do.
Because a lot of them are benefiting from things that we fought for them to be here. And if society tries to hide that true story of who we are as a people and the accomplishments that we are, but we already know worldwide, many people may not want to be Black, but they sure enough like that music. They like that style. They like that swagger, So we got talent, girl. We got some talent, and we need to
We
tap
got
into
it.
talent and build our community and start generational wealth. It's time to do that. Black Wall
Yes.
Street, come on back.
Snap.
We ready for you. We ready for you.
We got it, man. Everybody down for calls, write in the comments because we are taking over. Now, let's see. Will you expand your business to produce adult games? Are you going to be doing adult games in the future?
Actually, no. My whole purpose is my kids. I got a little tag. You probably can't see it, but it's my little kids. No, I'm all about kids. But I want kids to play games with adults. Like Zomatic Shift is for age 11 plus and older. Because I want kids to continue to develop their social skills. Because think about this. If kids are playing their digital games, they're in their phones and they're isolated, and then they go to school where they only have so much time to do their lessons and have a little recess, and then they come home and then their parents are allowing them to be on their devices. You tell me, how are those kids who are used to being isolated and doing everything single are going to come together and build a community? How are they going to do it? Many of them are not even going to know how to talk to the opposite sex because the engagement has always been self. And so I want to create games that parents, because they're so busy, that if I make them fast, that they can get in and make a quick pickup game, play with their kids, connect with their kids, find out what's going on with school and life, and they just have fun connecting with each other. And if we all do that, then they have a chance of building a community, because we don't want them to only come together, in my opinion, when they want to protest something. We want them to come together to find solutions to make their communities better, to learn about each other, to respect each other, all of that. But with the digital world now, I think it's making it hard, because now we're streaming everything pretty soon. We won't go to the movies. We're gonna be we're ordering our clothes online. AI is coming into the movie thing. So everything is just becoming where we're going to end up. We may find out ourselves being stuck in our house, ordering food, groceries. You don't even go out and grow. You're working at home.
Yeah, like a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, everything is just you and your nuclear family, if you have one. And if you're single, it's you and your four walls, and if it's just, that is just not healthy. We are created to be social because we draw energy from one another. We draw energy, we grow from each other. And so I know that was a long explanation, but no, I'm not interested in adults. I'm all kids.
No, that was good.
It's all about their development.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, I like that, because you answered my questions. I was going to ask you what you think about card games helping the communication and the social media era, but you answered me, so that's perfect. So yeah, because that's one of the things that is important, is that conversation piece, and that's why I created a card game, and that's why card games are blowing up now, is because people need to sit down and talk. Even if a question may sound dumb to you, it's not dumb. No, there's no dumb question. You're learning about each other, you're talking, and it can bounce over to other topics. That's what it's about.
And
So,
you know what else too, real quick? Because I say all kids, because I had an opportunity to play one of my games with special needs, and that whole experience of playing it with those kids, it has propelled me that I also want to do things for them. I also want to do things, games that make it so that kids who are like uh, blind, when money comes in, to get it in braille, just things where kids can come together with their family no matter what their disability is, and they all can come together and play. Because one of the things that taught me, you guys, all kids like to have giggles and wiggles of fun. That's my slogan. All kids do. We just have to find a way to bring that product so they can experience that with all their family members. And that's what I want to do.
I like that. That's a good idea. I mean, kids having fun and just feeling like they're a part of something, you know. There's so
Mhm.
much isolation right now. I would say schools are worse now than what it was when I was growing up. And I thought school was bad growing up. But now with social media and stuff, I mean, there's cyberbullying and all types of stuff. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, I don't want to, you know, if people say they want to be young again, I don't want to be young again. I don't want to go through this time.
Not in
It
this
is
day
too
and
much
time.
going on.
Yeah, it really is
I'm
hard.
good.
You know, they have so many of them coming down with anxiety and depression. We're not laughing enough. We're just not, we're so tense. And we think about games, period, they cause engagement. You know, when you go to a museum and you see art, it causes imagination. You can look at a picture, I can look
Yeah.
at a picture, and I see something different. And so I just feel like right now people are so uptight because, you know, they're worried about making a living. But no matter where we are,
Yes.
there's still opportunities for us to find enjoyment with our family and our friends.
I love it, man. You're just a spokesperson. You're gonna be famous live speaker or something to helping people because we need more Ayana Benzants. I mean, you're not Ayana Benzant, but we need more women similar to speak, you know, to the masses so we can, because I think you're right, we're losing seeing the beauty in it all. And there's so much
Mhm.
beauty in the, you go outside, you see, I saw a hummingbird in the backyard and she's just beautiful, or he's beautiful. And I'm just like, man, there's just so much beauty. The sun is shining. Like, let me just be grateful. Yeah, I'm dealing with racism at work. Yeah, I'm dealing with sexism, but I can still get, you know, feel like alive when I get off and enjoy my creations in life. And I think that's what we need to get back to. I like that. I like that you brought
Mhm.
that up because that's important. um so before we close out, I started a new segment because in the, I guess in the essence of gaming, I started like a little game segment at the end of my show. So it's
Mhm.
called Would You Rather Game, which is already a game out there already, but I created my own little questions. So I
Mhm.
always ask 3 questions at the end, and you would just tell me, what would you rather do? All right, let
Uh-oh.
me start now. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. I'm gonna get you. Okay, here we go. Would you rather have the ability to change the past or see into the future, knowing that both could alter your present life significantly?
Oh God, that's tough. Whether I change my past, or see the future.
Yeah, our future, but your life will change significantly, knowing your life will change.
I think I would like to see the future because I feel like there's no purpose in rehashing over the past. I think in seeing my future, there may, even though it's going to change though, but I still feel like even in seeing my future, I'll be able to see, maybe see a little a silver lining and say, "Oh, I know I don't want to do that because I know this is going to happen." So for me, who are always analyzing, it's I want to see the future. I'll be content with the future and not rehash my past.
Good choice. I like that. All right, number two. Let's see. Would you rather live a life of comfort and ease, but without purpose, or a life full of challenges, but with deep meaning and fulfillment?
Oh, I have to live a life with challenging, deep meaning, and fulfillment because that will allow you to find your bandwidth and grow. And know, and when you grow and see something that you didn't know you can do and have that aha, oh my God, I didn't know that I could do that. So yes, I want the other one. the latter. I want to
I
continue
like
to
the
build.
aha moments too.
Yeah.
The like shocking stuff like, oh, I think I
Mhm.
can do that. Oh, I can touch my invisible pearls. I like living like that,
It gives
living
you a
on that edge.
testimony, a story to share with someone else that you can encourage them.
Yes. Yes. It's one amazing thing. Like I totally agree. Okay, last question. Let's see. Would you rather seek personal happiness at the expense of others or live selflessly for the happiness of others, even if it means sacrificing your own?
Oh, I do that right now. That's an easy question. When I retired really quickly, I thought I was going to retire, go live in St. Thomas for like 3 to 6 months, live my best life, maybe try to put this 60 plus body in a 2-piece bathing suit. But here I am today, taking care of my brother, trying to start this business to help children. And so that's what I feel like it's beautiful when you know you help someone and they appreciate it. And even if they don't appreciate it, you know you made a difference in their life. So yeah, I like that one because again, that's another opportunity to grow, to know what is the capacity of your heart. Everything else is growth
Mhm.
intellectually, spiritually, physically. But when you do things to help people and it's selflessly, that's the capacity of that heart right there. That unconditional love that
I
you can
love
find
that.
yourself because you realize it's not about you, it's about the impact that you're having in the life of that other person. So yeah, that one.
I love it. These were great answers. I just enjoyed speaking with you. Now, tell people where they can. I'm going to write this in the show notes, but tell people where they can get your card games, your books, everything.
Okay, so my card game, excuse me, is at Walmart. But if you like to look at the games and you can buy from the website, it's Zochi, like it's on the screen, Zochey. Uh, all I can say is it is a very quick moving game. You're gonna love it. If you like Uno, it's opposite of Uno. But if you like suspense, but you don't like to be stressed out, you just want to play some games and have fun. Zomatic Shift is the game for you. And support me because I have great things I want to do for our community, and I can't do it without your support. So I would like to have your support.
Please support her. Support Zorina. It's important. It'll help your family. It'll help you grow closer, and it's important. So
Yeah,
I just
and I
want
want
to
to do
thank you for that.
educational stuff too. I'm working on a multiplication game now. So
Oh, is it gonna
yeah,
be a multiplication game, card game?
yep.
Oh,
That one
that's
would
gonna
be
be
interesting
interesting.
because some of us parents have forgot our multiplication, so kids get to see it. Their
Oof.
parents struggle too, so they'll be struggling together playing a nice little game. And so it's all about the kids and bonding. And we go through so much stuff, guys, and just trying to live. You
Ooh.
deserve to be happy. You deserve to have success. And it's up to you. It's just up to you. And I hope you choose to be happy and to present the best version of yourself. And all the negative chatter, bye. Just say bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah. And just live your
Felicia.
best life.
Yes.
Live your best life.
Yes, and stand 10 toes down on your beliefs. You can accept opinions, but if you feel strongly about something, do it anyway, because that's what
Yep.
you want to do. Yes. So I want to thank everyone for joining and listening to my show. Please subscribe. That helps me grow. Leave your comments and please support Zorina. And thanks for listening to my episode and be blessed and be safe. Peace.